Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of Fishcraft. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Oh my goodness. The amount of stuff that I need to do is a lot. It's gonna be a busy day. Right, first things first, I need to do a little bit of inventory organizing because I haven't been feeling the greatest. So I've been taking my time getting started on this recording. So I'm very sorry, and it's time to wake up. Sorry, I forgot to dismiss the alarm. I've been taking my time getting started on this recording, so I've just been doing some fishing. So pretty much my whole inventory is in disarray. I need to fix it. Which does of course mean going back to my little catfish little village. Ooh, that's right. I'm also proud to announce that I have officially learned where Catfish Village is by heart. It's pretty much just a straight shot this direction and then slightly to the left. There's my home and my lovely boat. Oh goodness, I completely forgot to mention what it is I was going to be doing in today's video. Other than my regular separating fish from junk and treasures and all that stuff, I'm going to be adding on to the little tadpole village that we started in the last episode. Because we got 6 little frogs over there who they've only got just a little shop right now. They got all 6 of them bunked up in the same little hole in the tippity top of the shop. That rhymed. Quick, make a song. Tippity top at the shop. Tippity top of the shop. I think I'm gonna try to build a couple of the houses today for the expansion of the little tadpole village, and I'd like to get started on some infrastructure and maybe some walls that are surrounding the place, but I already had one down. Whoops. Anyway, I really want to do some walls and stuff, but I'm really bad at infrastructure and creating paths and linking up bases and stuff. It's really difficult, so we'll see. Also, oh my goodness, look how many outlet shells I've got just in the past couple weeks. I don't know what to do with these. Oh, these aren't supposed to be here at all. They go over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and in case you're wondering why I have this brush, I've already went through 2 of them. I've gone through 2 brushes here already, trying to find a sniffer because I was bored and I was procrastinating and I really wanted an egg, but I couldn't find any. Moving on, I got all kinds of building I need to do today, and to match that amount of building, I'm going to need an extortionate amount of materials. I think that's the right word. Oh, the little dolphin! Hi! Alright, we can go for a swim. Whee! Ow! Excuse me! Bad drowned. These waters are dangerous. Now, while I'm sure there's ways of me to get a material list for all the different resources that I need for these builds, I think I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of the things I know that I need, and if I need more by chance, I'll just go back out and get some. And I think the first thing I want to grab is a whole bunch of red terracotta because, as you know, usually when I think of the frog little village stuff, usually the first thing that comes to mind is mushrooms. Now, I've spent a while already in my creative world doing some designing and stuff, and pretty much everything I came up with is got a lot of mushroom, and a lot of room. And I'm so proud of these little buildings that I came up with. They took a really long time. So we're also gonna need a lot of different wood. Thankfully, I strayed away from mangrove this time because that was terrible. Collecting up a whole shulker box of mangrove last episode took so many hours. I don't know how I was able to commit to that. Never again, I say. I just wish mangrove didn't look so good. Right, let's get ourselves a shulker box of some red terracotta and we can move on. Yeah, there we go. A whole shulker box full of some red terracotta. Although I don't know if I'm gonna need a whole shulker box. I just thought I may as well collect up a whole bunch, save some for later if I need it. Now that we've got that out the way, I think one of the other things we're gonna need is some white wool to use as the little dots that you'd put on the big mushrooms. Let's get them shears going. I think I've got a pair of shears already made at the house that has mending, efficiency, and unbreaking on it. So this is the perfect tool for the job. Right, hopefully I should have a pair of shears in here somewhere. Right? I should? Yeah, there they are. They're just named Shears. Okay. Gonna shear some sheep. That's a cow. Many sheep shearing later. This is about all I think I can collect up for the time being. If I need more later on, I think I'll come back and I'll do a bit more sheep shearing. But I still have a lot of different resources I need to start collecting. So I gotta get going on that. Moving on to the next resource, I think it's gonna be some stripped birch logs because, as usual, since I'm gonna be building some mushroom related stuff, I am gonna need some form of stem coloring, and I usually like to use stripped birch and sandstone for that. So those are the two things I need to start gathering. And I'm next to a birch forest. I love that. Well, some of one. It would appear I've been here before as well. So now the question arises, how many birch wood needed for building with stem wood, birch, sandstone? Probably lots. Oh, that's right. Well, on the topic of birch, did we see the newest Minecraft snapshot stuff with the whole flower business? I'm really excited for that. Completely off topic and nothing to do with what I'm doing. I recently played a game called Wavetale from Steam, and I'm not exactly sure why, but this game has left such a mark on my little soul, and I loved it so much, and I very much recommend anybody who likes little surfing, flowing, really happy, melancholy, story-driven game to go check it out. I definitely recommend it, and I really love the music. I'll be taking these, thank you very much. I could always use some coal, especially now that I think I've got just about enough birch, maybe? This hopefully should be enough. So I think the next thing I need to move on to is some smooth sandstone. The collecting part of sandstone is pretty easy. It's just it's the cooking part that I seem to have an issue with, because I really don't go out. I don't get out very much. You know, I don't go mining too often. I typically spend a lot of my time doing tree chopping or fishing or building or something along the lines. So I really don't have too many resources in terms of wealthiness. Stuff like diamonds and netherite. I have hardly any at all. Okay, we've got about 1 shulker box of sandstone. I did already have a little bit of smooth sandstone prepared from the last time I used the build. So I just need to do some cooking really quick, and hopefully we should be good to go. And while we wait for this stuff to cook up a little bit, I think I'm gonna do just a little bit of fishing. I mean, because you know what this is. All right, this amount of fishing later, I've managed to get most of a shulker box of some smooth sandstone. I really hope this is gonna be enough, because I really gotta get building soon. And after taking a small trip to my creative world, it seems that oh my goodness, hold on, I could have done all my birch collecting over here. I didn't even know this existed. I will keep this in the brain bank to come back to later. This is a massive birch forest. Good grief. I think all I need left now is just a bit of dark oak. Oh, actually, I need a lot of dark oak and a little bit of spruce. So we're gonna gather up all that stuff really quick, and then we're gonna be good to go. Oh, I completely forgot. I also need mushrooms. Wow, thanks mushrooms for spawning. I completely forgot about this. I do also need a bit of the brown mushrooms, so I'll have to do a bit of exploring while we're doing this. But these are all the boring parts. So let's get all this wood chopped up, and here we go. Is that an apple? That's an apple. We've done a lot of dark oak collecting here. This poor forest, it's been slightly decimated, but I have gone through already and done all the replanting of all the saplings I got. So I just gotta wait for those to grow, and hopefully that will replenish this forest, and everything will be all pretty again. Oh, look at this mushroom. Why is this mushroom so tall? How did this happen? Anyway, we've got ourselves a full shulker box of dark oak and a little bit of mushroom, because I don't need too many of these. Just a little bit's fine. It has completely slipped my mind that I also am going to need a bunch of spruce wood, so I'm just going to chop all this down really quick. Some time has passed, and I think I got about half a shulker box of some spruce wood. I really hope that's enough. I'm going to have to do a lot of chopping in the future. Ow! As of right now, I should have just about all I need to get started on building up these little structures that I made, other than maybe a few bits and bobs. But there's one more thing that I wanted to do, and fixed. This one spot has been messed up this whole time, and it's been bothering me really bad. I probably should fix that as well. There we go. That is much better. As usual, I seem to be having some issues with procrastination, so I think I'm just gonna get this done as quickly as I can, and with a hop and a skip. Ta-da! We got this whole building made. It is just 1 out of 3, but I just wanted to make this one first, just to show you all kind of the vibe I was going for in terms of frogginess. So we've got this big old castle here that's gonna be owned by a frog. I don't know what the name's gonna be. I still haven't gone through the comments. As soon as we're finished up with all 3 of these buildings, we'll go through, we'll name all the rest of the frogs, and we'll assign them their homes. We've still got 3 more buildings we need to make, or 2 more this episode, and then 3 more next episode, or whenever I can. And unfortunately, because I have to make 3 buildings this episode, I didn't do the interiors for any of these. They will just be some empty buildings, so they won't really have any purpose quite yet. but hopefully I should be able to get the interiors on all these buildings. Right, well, here it is. This is Castle Froogna. I know that's a weird name, but Froogna sounds castle-y. And can I just say, having never ever in my life built a castle before, I think this little thing turned out so cute. I love it, little mushroom castle. It's so perfect. I'm happy with how I did. I tried really hard to not make it look super flat from the sides or from the back. I also added some detail along the back. Look, we got a little path leading up to a back door. We got some windows still. We got the secondary chimney. You can all see it from the back. I think it turned out lovely, and I'm really proud of it. The little old Castle Froogna. Right, so with Castle Froogna being finished, that is one of the 3 buildings we need to do in today's video. So, without further ado, let's get into building mode, or something. Let's get to some building. This might take a while. Oh my goodness. Look at these cute little buildings we just made. Got a little tree stump here with some shelf mushrooms, which was actually suggested to me by a comment, by the way, as well as the tree stump. Should be about right here. About above my head. And then we got a little mushroom just over there. I think we did really good. Let's just take a nap really quick. Now that we've got the buildings all fully finished, or some of them at least, we need to figure out which frogs are gonna go where, and also what the frogs' names are going to be. So I've done some looking around in the comments, and I've got 3 good names that I could choose from, and the first one is going to be Crooksworth. I thought that was a really cute name. Thank you so much, Denesto. Then for the mangrove swamp froggies, we've got Rivet, which comes from Fallowfoot. Thank you so much, Fallow. Welcome to the team, Rivet. I think our new little frog friend is going to live inside the Castle Froogna castle right now. For the time being. Collecting some frogs. There is something about Crooksworth that really likes to just hang in there. Every time I've tied him somewhere on a lead, he just dangles. That's okay. I think he's pretty safe there for now. We'll move him inside the stump later on. And then for the very last frog, we have the name Corwin. Thank you very much, the Targ, for your lovely name suggestions. I just realized I never really gave a full 360 of the 2 little builds that I made here. All right, so here they are from the other angles. When I was building these 3 buildings, I tried really hard to spread the details in a full 360 kind of deal, so that it looks good from any angle I look at it from. So I was really trying to make them not very flat from the side angles. I think it came out pretty good. I'm very happy with these 3 little buildings. This one right here was actually my first mushroom house that I built, and then I went from this one to the castle, and then to the tree stump. I'm really sad that I didn't do any interiors though, especially for the stump. That there's a lot of missed opportunities, but just doing these 3 buildings has taken up so much of my time already. Usually for one episode, I can design a singular building with no interior and then get it into the world. Yet somehow I've gotten 3 so far, and they've taken so long to come up with. Personally, I feel like it shows, because I really love them. And especially the little mushrooms. I really didn't think I was going to be able to make mushrooms as good as they are, to me, personally. There we go. We got Corwin all situated, and we've got an extra frog. We've got an extra frog here. I don't need any extra frogs. I already have 6. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot that I was supposed to name the swamps here. So we've got little tadpole, little village, right? Which is all these little buildings right here. But we have to name this whole little swamp area. And I think I found the perfect name for this, which comes from a commenter named Barnall Cat. Welcome one and all to the one and only Lilypad Swamps. I think this has been a really good experience for me so far, for taking a little break from Catfish Little Village, building all this stuff over here. My only problem though is that I still don't have any paths or walls or anything like that kind of connecting everything together. So we'll have to figure that out at some point. All right, now that we've got the swamp named and all 3 of our little buildings built, it is finally time for me to do my mandatory fishing of the episode. I'm really tired. Let's do some fishing. Oh my goodness. Right at the end of my little fishing break there, I I just managed to catch a mending book right while I was putting away all my stuff. I really love fishing. I don't know why this game gives me so many mending books. I've gotten probably like 100 of them already. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I've caught 116,000 fish. Nope. I did fortunately reach my target goal of the 5,000 fish this episode, but that's only because I've been fishing for the past 3 days before this. It all kind of evens itself out. But I think I've just about run out of time for today's episode. I thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Fishcraft. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!